Alright, hello there everyone and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our THRAWN'S Revenge playthrough as the Empire of the Hand. In the last few episodes we have been mostly getting attacked by the New Republic at Bilbringi, but towards the end of the last episode we struck out to Levian 2 and Weyland. So we're going to move some of our ground units over to one of the... I guess we'll go for Weyland. I'm not sure what Levian's ground map is.
Prolipsy ready and waiting.
Alright, so we'll have to see when we actually get in.
Astronic class frigate here.
But we've got our... Oh. Looks like the Empire has managed to build up enough of a fleet on Tangren and Cowron. Well, it's one ISD, so they must have just had that left over. So good for them. You know, I'm glad they have goals like that. This is being recorded live on Twitch for those watching on YouTube, or watching the VOD on YouTube. We're probably going to record 2 episodes worth today, maybe just 1, because I'm on a slightly tighter than normal schedule. But we'll see what we can do. So, we are going to get... I may as well just queue them up here. We'll get THRAWN'S Revenge, Art of War, Chiss this, Empire of the Foot, and Slutty Chiss is next there. We'll move these over... Oh, never mind. Okay, they want their planet back. Move you guys over there, and then we can separate stuff out afterwards. But the main thing is going to be taking these planets. I need to make sure that the Empire doesn't get enough of a foothold back in the north. I was hoping that the 2 planets they had wouldn't be enough to launch any sort of attack, but it looks like they just wanted to clear out the top, or the units that were blocking them right now.
Adjusting navicomputer.
Enemy forces ahead.
Well, this isn't good. All those Kairovs I sold. Like a fool. Who knows how many they have.
Awaiting orders. Our base is under attack. Ready.
T4B ready. Give me the
All right.
T4B
Let's get over here. And I think what I'm going to do is get AA. I don't know what they actually have, though. This is not good.
Choose your reinforcements.
Awaiting
Unit
orders.
Roger.
destroyed.
Right away, sir.
I copy.
Okay, let's back up towards this landing pad, or this build pad, and you guys just gotta run.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully our vehicles can cover you better if you're getting farther away. Jesus.
Right away. Ready.
Planet is packed. Hey, Star Gaming. I'm not too bad. How are you?
Unit destroyed.
Alright.
T4B ready.
Roger that.
Give me the time.
Ah!
Reinforcement point contested.
Can we heal this? Yes! We made it!
Form up. Commence assault. Waiting orders.
Alright, we'll need more infantry. Jesus, it's all just... It's never ending.
Point contested.
Ready for attack.
Unit destroyed.
Zone.
Alright. We can start, hopefully, moving forward a bit soon.
Yes, sir.
Unit destroyed.
Yes, Commander. Moving out.
We secured a landing zone.
Attack. Ready. Fire. All weapons loaded. Heading
Oh, get back.
Unit
Wow, and we lost the landing zone.
Open fire.
Warm up.
Can we get it back?
Bomber standing
Alright,
by.
well they have so many heavy vehicle factories. And we have another MMT, so that's nice. Alright, that could have just gone much worse in the last few seconds there. But I think all their really strong units are off the map right now. They may get one more T4 out of that.
Attack that target. Yeah. All out.
Okay.
Copy.
Roger.
I copy.
Form up. Waiting order.
So there is another T4 there. I'm going to try to
I come.
Bombardment
get
available.
this.
Let's go.
And we're going to go for the other structure. Actually, they have a lot of T4s there.
Over there. T4B mobile.
Bombing run available.
Well, let's do this way.
Bomber squadron reporting.
There we go.
Fire at will. Moving into position.
Now run back.
Right away, sir.
Order acknowledged.
At maximum unit capacity.
All my poor little tanks.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. Underway.
Alright, so we got the light vehicle factory left, a barracks left. Alright,
Ready. Almost there.
so I'm going to try to heal these guys up a bit before going for the final push.
Right away. T4B ready.
Yeah, Marmar, that's the next one that will be
Moving out.
built.
Give me a target. Tank brigade here.
There was that and one other patron unit that was
Heading out.
that needed to be added.
All out.
So that should all be in. Okay, everybody just shoot that one.
Let's go. Attack. Keep going. Targeting.
And in for the last structures.
Bombing run available.
Ready for orders.
Roger. Entering battle.
All right.
Engaging target. Spearheading assault.
So there's Weyland. That cost more units for us than I thought it would.
This way.
Bombardment available. We are victorious.
We have a decent income, so... Oh, well, really it was just the one MMT.
Building started.
Then we'll go back to Psycha. So we got Telechis,
in production.
Copro's Fist, then just Dog of War and Bahamut in our frigate classes.
Journey Cross frigate here.
I am going to get a couple probes ready. Will the Mandalorian faction ever be added to any of your mods? There is a Mandalorian faction in Thrawn's Revenge. It's just the Mandalorians during this time period were not very powerful.
Building started.
Alright, banks, and we already have a trade port there. Alright. Because we can go from Levian to Jampala to Chandrilla and not open ourselves up to any more attacks. That's always my favorite. My favorite thing to not open myself up to is attacks. But let's get more of those, a couple of those, some of those, some of those.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, they are coming in for an attack themselves.
System lost.
Construction complete.
I think we'll need to build up another fleet. So let's start with a carrier. And we'll check out what's going on with Levian.
Heavy cruiser on standby.
Cruiser reporting.
These guys can go from Weyland up to Garros. What do we got here? A lot of the same stuff.
Invasion commencing.
One heavy vehicle factory, light, so let's go.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so I don't know where we're looking on this map as much. I don't think we can go over there.
Order, sir.
Yeah,
Reporting.
so no sensor array there.
Right away. Moving to that area, sir. Heading out. We've located the enemy.
We secure the build pad.
Avoiding fire.
Well, that's not good.
We've lost the build pad.
Affirmative. Target confirmed. Advance.
Okay,
Choose your reinforcements.
Adjusting navicomputer. Course plotted.
need to do it this way then.
Unit capacity. Production target.
Fall out, troops.
Alright, can we get back to there and not die? Ideally not die.
There they are.
We secured a landing zone.
Adjusting navicomputer.
Okay, much
Moving
better.
out.
Form up. Over there. Waiting order. I copy.
I think the Jim Brenlow tactic would be useful. The tactic of bombing a neutral mine to distract him. It's only useful in Charlie's mind.
Awaiting orders.
Bombing run. Available.
He's not even here, so we can't be mean to him though.
All right, men. Load your weapon.
Yes, sir. Team
That's just cruel.
Point contested.
Ready.
Unit
Go.
destroyed.
Yes, Commander. Ready. Moving into position.
Yes, sir. Attack. Fire.
All weapons loaded.
Roger. Reporting in.
I might want to get some kind of repairs going on over here.
T-14. Give me
We secured the build pad. Repairs
Because otherwise the MMT could be at risk when we're heading up further.
construction complete.
Form up. Keep going.
Roger. Underway. Form up.
Awaiting orders.
Alright. And I guess I'll get a bit of it. No reason to get vision there. Let's try to just roll the tanks up
We secured a build
here.
I copy.
You can just run straight in there. Because I think there's something worth capturing up here. There's gotta be. Why else would there be a path
Secure
here?
a build pad. We've lost a build pad.
I don't really have an opinion on the Tiger T-34. Oh, this is a lot of stuff.
Moving out. Bombers
This is not where I expected any of their base structures to be. So I'm not really sure why they're here.
Yes, Commander.
Computers locked on target.
Ready.
Reporting. Target's locked. Attack that target.
Weapons loaded.
Unit destroyed.
Fall out, troops. T4B. Give me.
Order acknowledged. Attacking the target. Fire at will.
Take brigade here.
We've lost
I did my degree in history and poli-sci, but I don't really find military hardware to be that interesting.
Targeting. Firing. Affirmative.
Copy.
Alright. So that was 2 out of what, 5 structures? I think?
we've lost a build pad.
Target confirmed. Reporting. Awaiting orders. Advance.
Let's go.
Moving to secondary position.
You lost your entire squads, and you seem to expect me
Over
to
there.
not reprimand you for that, which is...
Ready.
It's poor command, but it's not my poor command. It's clearly their fault. But I guess that makes them good candidates to go up here, because we don't really need them for other combat right now.
Roger. Right away, sir. Reporting in. Squad, advance. Roger that. Move out.
Form up. Fire.
What is the file that tells the game what they can name the ships? So, for the patron ships, it's units that I code in specifically with those names.
Waiting order.
But for the ones that get like auto-generated, there's a text file that gets attached to the ship
Right
classes,
away.
and it uses that.
I copy. Over there.
And it does a really bad job of picking stuff from those. So it's not one of the better features of Empire at War.
We've lost a build pad.
All right, this is
Awaiting
the
orders.
real stuff right here. Sensor arrays. Oh, King in Yellow and K Shizzle.
Yes, sir. Open fire.
Copy. There they are. Blast them.
Yes, Commander. Attack that target.
We secured an abandoned sensor array.
Okay. Bye-bye Command Center.
Ready
Destroyed.
to receive orders.
And infiltrators.
Bombing run.
Screw the infiltrators.
Attacking target.
Skip break commencing attack.
Fire at will. Attacking.
Alright, if we can just get to these build pads,
All weapons loaded. T4
fix some of the units up.
Unit destroyed.
Reporting.
Give me the entering battle. Engaging target.
Order acknowledged. Heading
Right,
out.
you're already going.
All right, men. Load your weapon.
There's a lot of stuff in this area, so I really want that
Underway.
Yes, Commander.
those structures built.
Fall out, troops.
Ah,
Unit destroyed.
Roger.
Orders, sir.
Form up.
Destroyed.
Awaiting order. I copy, sir.
We secured a
Reporting.
build pad.
okay.
Copy.
Now repair,
Spearheading
so you can go in.
We secured a build pad.
Reporting. Commence assault.
Even though they've destroyed it. Okay, infantry, get out of the way of the MMT.
Yes, Commander.
We need them to live.
Ready for attack.
Unit
Maybe, nope.
destroyed.
I was really hoping we'd spread that damage out a bit more.
Construction complete.
All weapons low. T4B. Target locked. Give me the target.
All right. I think we do want to go around this way.
Take
Even though it's got the most opposition. We're going to have to fight that stuff anyways, and it's the... Potentially... We don't really need to get into the base. We just need... We'll bomb the barracks. So it's just the other units that we need to worry about. I don't think either of these are bunkers. No, they're just more turrets. So we can slowly advance now.
Roger that. Form up. Attack. Fire.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, I appreciate trying to spread the word, but just make sure you're not
Fire. Open fire.
abusing people's chats and stuff.
Attack that target. Attacking target. Let's go. Spreading out. Keep going.
Alright. The 1T4 over there is kind of what I'm worried about, but
Reporting in.
with the way they're coming through here, it's just walking into death.
Yes, sir. Moving
Alright.
out.
MMT, you're gonna
Fire at will.
need to be in here.
Yes, Commander. All out.
Fire gun available.
Fire at will.
Comlink active.
Alright, bombing that. And anyone coming out to the garden with us?
Form up.
Computers locked on target. Target's locked. T4B. Targeting. Let's move out. Firing.
Awaiting orders.
Give me the target.
Can you shoot him or something? Before that rocket guy kills our tank? There we go. Thank you.
We secured a build pad.
That was all I needed.
Tank brigade here.
All I ask is to do your job.
Let's go. Your orders. Entering battlefield. Roger. Form up. Keep going. This way. Awaiting orders. Engaging target.
Missing Father Republic or not. Yeah,
Bombardment available.
it'll definitely be an improvement when I can get back to the improved stuff in the next playthroughs of Imperial Civil War and Fall of the Republic.
Reinforcement point contested. We lost a landing zone.
Oh, I don't even have any units I could land there anyways.
I copy, sir.
Well, this T2B needs to die first.
I copy.
And your turret, oh, bunker?
Roger that. Over there.
Oh man.
4B.
But the Empire of the Hand, even with the ground overhauls, with how their roster is currently set up, is in need of other changes as well.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Yes, Commander.
Hopefully sooner than later.
All weapons loaded. Spearheading assault. Underway.
Mega Major tank with a 360 no scope.
Assault. P4B. Almost there. Moving out. Right away. Moving out.
Wait, is it just those guys? I think it is just these
Bombing run
guys.
available.
Form up. Initiate attack run.
Okay, walk slightly back that way again. You see,
Heading out, sir.
you're not cooperating.
All out.
Bombardment available.
Let's go.
The enemy has been defeated.
All planned.
System conquered.
Constructing.
Levian, and I guess we can put some mines on these ones. Garros has no significant space garrison. Or if someone was pointing a gun at your head and screamed, make a mod about something that isn't Star Wars, what would you do? Halo, Stargate, or our own universe. Probably our own universe at this point, because that could expand into its own game. Alright, this does not work well with the red sky dome. This was not good.
Choose your reinforcements.
Orders confirmed.
Coordinates received. Engage.
We'll get there.
The nebula, so I redid the planet assets themselves, but the backgrounds still need to be redone. They haven't been touched in a long time. Have you thought of giving hero units and non-hero units escort, like giving Imperial heroes an escort of Nova troopers? Doing mixed companies tends to end poorly. There are a few cases where we do it, where they just spawn in stuff, like it says a Chev and a few other Crimson Empire heroes especially. And then there will be probably some more in Fall of the Republic when we get into Clone Heroes. But that'd generally be where we do those.
Broadside frigate here.
Location locked. Heading out. T2B over.
Alright, so I'm going to start moving some of these guys over. Shambhala.
The enemy is approaching.
Choose your reinforcements. Reinforcements en route.
Scythe. Impatient.
Reinforcements en route.
Solution 1. Vindication. I'm going to try to just drop stuff because the Raiders are coming.
Awaiting new instructions, Commander. Target at Cannon's discretion.
Open. Mega Mazers primed. Navigating to
Who
coordinates.
do we got here? This is Box A. Box A is in
Heavy destroyer.
mortal danger
Victorious.
if the raid fleet jumped in. It would have been just absolutely horrible. I would have had to write so many letters. Shambhala is clear.
Right away, sir.
Our ground forces have been mostly wiped.
Assault tank reporting for duty. Construction complete.
So let's check out what's on the ground there. And let's check out what's on the ground there. And let's check out what's in space there. Because those are our main targets right now.
Assault tank reporting for duty.
We do want to make sure they don't make too much
Tactical
more.
battle imminent.
Yeah, they're doing stuff I don't want them to do. It's all just this one fleet. Did I ever get rid of the... Yeah, I'm not sure. The Empire is just not screwing around with the New Republic. Neither are we. But I think the Bilbringi assaults are probably going to stop. Because the New Republic just can't handle it right now.
Battle imminent.
Gravity control
System
generator
lost.
destroyed.
Alright, we're going to need to stop them.
Construction complete.
Alright, let's see. What do we got there?
Assault tank
Not a
reporting
huge
for duty.
amount. There's no heavy vehicle factories there. And... these are just mining. Okay, so that they're both going to be a lot simpler than the last two to take. And Chandrilla... same deal. Okay, we're getting kind of into the New Republic's less defended territory.
Ascendancy at the ready.
Moving to coordinates.
Location locked. Heading out. Orders confirmed.
See if we can
Tactical
just
battle imminent.
cut them off a bit here. I don't think their fleet is going to be
Imminent.
on any of the planets we go to directly.
Setting course.
T2B
I was not anticipating the Empire coming back in this game. That is not what we need.
Building under construction.
Hey Corey, how did your mod do in the mod database mode? So Fall of the Republic got honorable mention because we got 3rd place for upcoming last year, or 2 years ago with Fall of the Republic, so we need to get 1st or 2nd to win. So next year Fall of the Republic will be eligible in the release category because the mod will be out by then. But THRAWN'S Revenge actually got 3rd place in release this year. So next year we'd be potentially eligible for 1st or 2nd as well with that. So if we could like end up with next year getting 1st and 2nd place with Fall of the Republic and Imperial Civil War, that'd be pretty nifty.
Personnel reporting ready.
It's nice to aim high.
Guys reporting in.
Like mod database, we don't really use that much, so I wasn't really sure what to expect.
Orders, sir.
Having the YouTube audience is nice for stuff, but
Ready for command, sir.
translating that into the fan vote, it's only 35,000 votes in each stage as well that get cast, and that includes people having multiple votes that they can cast for multiple mods. I don't think I can win this. I definitely can't win this. I don't think I can do anything
Retreat
notable
in
here.
progress.
But yeah, it's not a huge voting pool. Thanks, Michael. Will the Praetor 1 be given to a faction of the mod, and when can we see new ships for the hand? The Praetor 1 is going to just be staying with the Old Republic, rather, because it isn't really like the useful bits of the Praetor kind of got modernized in the Praetor 2. It's not something that would have stuck around in this period.
Construction complete.
The
Recruitment.
Empire of the Hand, we've shown the Intigo's design, and then as the models get redone, we'll be showing them off. The models aren't done yet, so there's nothing really to show people with that, because they're going to be put in as they're finished. All right, this should be able to handle the rest of that Imperial task force, and I think we're going to
Building
do
under construction.
more of that. Hey, Josh. It's funny to see a Grave Ender. Yeah, after Fall of the Republic for so long, it's
Vehicle in production.
definitely adjustment to come back to. All right, so
Constructing unit.
Gilzanians,
Constructing unit.
Airstrikers. Thanks, Brady.
Construction complete.
What's your favorite Star Wars faction? My favorite faction, at least in the mod, is Empire of the Hand.
Invasion commencing.
Just in universe without my own stuff, it's still probably up there. That and the Chiss Ascendancy. What is your favorite ship and why? My favorite ship is the Recusant
I copy.
Choose your reinforcements.
because it's the Recusant. It's cool.
Order acknowledged.
I really like the aesthetic of CIS ships.
Enemy base shields.
I don't like the CIS as a faction, like ideologically,
Capacity.
but
Production halted.
Standing by.
their stuff looks cool.
Yes, Commander.
Give me a target. Keep going. Tank brigade here. This way.
We've secured a build pad.
Ready to go. We're going in.
Don't get blown up.
Location. Executing flyby. Ground target locked.
We've lost a build pad.
Ready for attack. Copy.
Without the shadows, like with stuff hovering over the water, you don't see the shadows, it just looks weird, even though that's
En route.
like how it should look.
Moving to coordinates. that.
Oh no,
Right away.
don't do
Moving
that.
out.
That is AA.
Heading out.
They have rockets,
All out.
so get out of there.
Let's move out. Let's go. Keep going. This way. Over there.
There we go. Battle dragons are not better than recusants.
Copy. Over there.
If I wanted to stack some dinner plates with some pencils between them, I'd go to Denny's. Thanks again, Michael. Will the CSA get more ships like the vendors and TOG? No, we don't really plan to expand the CIS roster or CSA roster with more
Commander.
units in that kind of size range.
I've got
The CSA would like they'll probably get stuff like the CC 7700 interdictor
ready, sir.
and some other stuff like that. But as a faction, we don't want to give them a bunch of like large or powerful units, and we don't want them to just be like a Clone Wars holdover faction. So giving them like a bunch of CIS units and Republic units when those are already
Open fire.
used in other places. Like we're pretty happy with what the playstyle is for the faction.
Roger.
It's relatively unique in the mod, and
Over there.
we don't want to
Roger
take
that.
away from that.
Moving to coordinates.
Unit destroyed.
We've secured a build pad.
It's definitely the highest number of cheers I've had in the stream.
Reporting.
Repair station constructing.
Awaiting orders.
Choose your reinforcements.
Awaiting orders.
Bombing
Team
run
be
cancelled.
Course plotted.
Alright, let's get some artillery. You guys need to get healed.
Ready.
Do you have any plans to follow Darth Maul's Clone War arc of the Night Sisters and event? So if we covered Maul and the Shadow Collective style stuff, that would most likely be in the form of events for the Hutts.
Waiting orders. Attack that target. Roger that. Report. Attack.
Like one of the more common questions we get asked is whether the Shadow Collective would be a playable faction, but like it's not a faction that controlled territory or that could control much territory. It doesn't have a navy.
Destroyed.
It's not really good for an Empire at War faction. I don't think we can win this.
I copy.
Unit destroyed.
Reporting. Attacking target. Fire at will. T4P. Yes, sir. Heading out. Attacking. Give me the
Artillery online.
Yes, Commander. All out. Targeting. Firing. Open fire.
Okay, we need to. If we're gonna have any chance at this, we need to move you back more.
Ready. Let's move out. Reporting in. Let's go.
You guys got to move back.
Roger. Heading out.
Bombardment available.
What about the TOG Star Destroyer? I'm like the TOG.
Heavy base shield is
There's no reason that would really like. It doesn't really fit what the faction's doing.
Copy.
It's one of the least impossible of them, but it's still not what we really want to go for with the faction.
Almost there. Computer's locked on target. Standing by. Ready to go. Keep
I'm gonna
going.
try to fly them a
This
bit
way.
closer so that they'll heal properly.
Over there.
There we go.
Scouting location.
There's a barracks that's buried. A Barrydix. These are both anti-vehicle. Oh, we need to be careful of that. Does this say AA? No. I don't see any AA around
Ground
here.
target locked. En route. Moving to coordinates.
Unit
Roger that.
destroyed.
Right away.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We should be good to move up a bit more. I don't. No, no. You guys need to leave. You need to leave.
Heading out.
You're not supposed to be
All
here.
out. I copy, sir.
You guys are supposed to be here, though.
Roger that.
I copy. Right away. Moving out. Heading out. Attack that target. Attacking target.
All right. The range on these are high enough.
Form up.
I guess we'll get the artillery to come with us.
Beginning short-range fire.
Reporting.
Okay. Fall back.
Yes, sir.
You can
All
heal.
out troops.
Bombing run available.
Yes, Commander.
Have you thought about giving the CSA boarding ships? We've thought about
Ready. Let's move out.
increasing access to boarding in general, because it is a relatively popular feature. And we tried to keep it more thematically tied for the New Republic, but God damn it.
Ready, sir. Ready for attack.
Awaiting orders. Order acknowledged.
All weapons loaded.
Alright, we'll start moving in.
Roger.
I just don't want to lose any of those guys. Corey, when do I get paid? If the Hutts get in, do they get boarding ships? Yes. The Hutts will definitely get boarding ships. They are the faction for the Republic that is most likely to get them. The Republic and CIS, we don't want to. But Bob, the check's in the mail.
Let's go. Roger that. Over there. Give me the cover. Fire and win. Keep going. This way.
As far as difficulty stuff goes, like, we try to have as much of a range of difficulty as possible.
Bombardment available.
In skirmish, like, the AI is making less money than you. If you have it on easy, the AI is making less money than you and building slower than you. There's really only so much we can do to make that worse. And in the testing that I've done, it doesn't seem like those modifiers aren't applying, so I don't know whether they're just not doing mind control at all or what, but
Waiting orders. Scouting location.
it doesn't really seem to be anything that
Copy.
we can do anything about. It does seem to be an issue that is occurring between the chair and the keyboard. So,
Moving to coordinates.
Copy. Weapons online. Executing flyby. Copy.
yeah, we do everything we can to give as many difficulty options and
Got a lock. Attack.
ranges as possible, but there's only so much in our power.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Well, that was not good. Forgot that that one was there.
T4B mobile. Entering battle.
That's what I get for looking at chat.
Engaging
Bombing run available.
Moving into position. Right away, sir. Spearheading assault.
On the off chance that we did a TOG Star Destroyer, I don't know who would get it. It's not really
Assault.
high on our list of possibilities anymore.
For attack.
We used to plan to do it because we were going to combine the Tyrannon class with it, but I'm pretty sure Nolan
Reporting.
wouldn't be able to cope with that very well. So
Almost there.
that plan is not going to be what happens. If we do the Tyrannon, it's going to get its own
Enemy has been
design.
defeated.
Will the Pentastar element ever get commando droid to be infiltrated? So the Pentastar element is not a Clone Wars faction. There is no reason to give them more Clone Wars units.
Planetary control achieved.
Building under construction.
The fact that we gave them like the Munificent, and for a while they had the Lucre Hall, gave people the idea that they were a Clone Wars faction, but they are not. So we won't be
Constructing unit.
supplying them with more Clone Wars
Unit
units.
in production.
Yeah, it's the one that Evil Jedi used as the Praetor model and shows up as a Praetor in a lot of other mods. Incorrectly. That is the TOG.
Reporting.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, let's find this Imperial fleet.
Tactical battle imminent.
T2B over.
Location locked. Heading out.
Tactical battle imminent.
That one does seem to have some units. More than just one Dreadnought.
We've got him! Send reinforcements!
Choose your reinforcements.
Coordinates received.
No, I don't think they scattered. Like just the ground units there, and then I think they were building a couple other units.
The ascendancy's on. Ready to receive orders. We'll get there.
And we do have Party Starter to stop their party.
Destroyer at the ready. Enemy
Destination
range.
plotted.
Hero's
Navigating to
Fist.
coordinates.
Roger Revenge. Ascendancy Warlord Star.
Ascendancy at the ready. Decoding your transmission.
Heavy assault cruiser ready.
Star Destroyer comms.
And because they won't actually try to retreat while this is here, I'm just going to give myself the
Gravity well generators online.
satisfaction of pressing the button.
Ready to receive orders.
No problem. Thanks, Michael.
Reinforcements en route.
Ascendancy ready to orders.
Right, you're running away, and it's not very helpful. Not very epic.
Destination plotted.
We are victorious.
Charlie and Eck have said epic too much, and now I'm starting to say it, and I don't like it. Thanks, Brady. Gotta fight for number one. Very
Construction
cool
complete.
and very epic.
Location locked.
Reporting.
Underway.
Transmission received.
Construction complete.
Alright, and we're gonna go over to Shambhala.
T2B over.
Actually, we don't need to go over to Shambhala yet.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, looks like we found him. I'd rather not be part of an epic gamer moment. Will the Pentastar element get some sort of infiltrator unit? Everyone will have some sort of infiltrator unit when all the ground reworks go through.
Awaiting your orders.
Well, this is more than I wanted to fight. I do like the lighting here, though. This looks pretty.
Choose your reinforcements.
All right.
Orders confirmed.
I can't have thrown. Oh, that is in range of stuff. That is not what I wanted.
Engage. Star Destroyer comms open.
Ascendancy in there. Knowing the unknown in there.
Location locked. Heading out.
Opera's Fist in there.
Ready to receive orders.
I would have preferred to be farther out, but we needed to defend that, so we could do
Retreat
this.
in progress.
So we'll probably come back in and go about this more intelligently. Have you ever considered doing both mines and tax buildings together with fewer of each? That way you can tax heavy population areas and mine industrial worlds. Yeah, the way the economy structures are set up will probably... Okay, this is a lot. Will probably change. Jesus Christ. But it'll depend on what direction stuff like the influence mechanics go in.
Incoming!
What an ugly map for this to happen on.
Reinforcements en route.
Okay, this is just gross. I don't know what you're doing here, but
Reinforcements en route.
yeah, no. Yeah.
Calculating jump to light speed.
We need, like, chaffs for this. The phalanxes won't be able to target them as easily. Just out of curiosity, was the Empire of the Hand only have a 4-second retreat time? So, one of their things is just supposed to be how fast they are. Like, their factional thing is being really fast. So they have, like, slightly faster galactic travel speeds. They have the faster retreat speed. And because they had... the most complete map of the galaxy, most complete information archives of that kind of stuff. So we try to represent that in game with that kind of speed bonus. Like in in the Hand of Thrawn duology, Luke and Mara go to Nerowan and see their giant information stores, and they were kind of looking for that information. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode, for those of you watching on YouTube. On, what time is it? It's 3, 4... Yeah, because I've got to leave at 5, and I need to have this rendered and uploaded. So I think we're unfortunately only going to have time for that episode. So it is a bit of a short stream, so apologies for that. But we'll be back Sunday night will be our next stream. On the YouTube channel, we're going to be finishing the Edge of Despair series, which has been a ton of fun. So if you haven't been watching that, I recommend binging all 20 episodes so far to get ready for Sunday night, because it's going to be fun. But if you can't binge it in that amount of time, I don't know if there's actually enough time between now and then to binge it. But if you put it on like 2 to 4 times speed, then maybe. But either way, thanks for watching, everyone, and hope to see you next time. Bye.